YouTube, what is good? I don't expect anybody to show up. This is just out of the blue. Just not getting out of the shower, making it home from work, and I caught the tail end of Fury versus Wilder press conference, the first and only press conference I hear that they're going to be doing, and so I rewinded it, and I'm going to watch it from the beginning. Um, First off, I was wrong. I was wrong in saying that we were going to see the same Deontay Wilder come out and act a nut, act a fool, um, get in his feelings, probably making it racial, pitching fits, but we didn't see that. Anybody who's in, what's good? Boxing for Life, what's good? Lee, what's going on? Um, but instead, we got Deontay Wilder coming out with a headset on, listening to music, not even participating in the conference. You guys might hear me getting on to my dog every so often because he likes to act a fool sometimes. Jago, back. Thank you, sir. There's a lot of questions that goes through my mind when I see this. There's a lot of questions that go through my mind when watching this. First of all, I mean, it's a different look for Deontay. I think it's a good thing that they have somebody speaking for Deontay Wilder and him not saying much himself. Because a lot of times when Deontay talks, the more he says, the more he digs himself into a deeper hole. So I think it's a really, really good look and a good idea to have Malik Scott speak for him. Tyson Fury comes out with his shirt off, sporting some bling, with his muffin top, so to speak. But I'm going to be fair. I'm not going to be biased in this live stream. To be honest with you, I don't know what to think about Deontay Wilder not participating in this conference, wearing headphones. The first thing that comes to mind is that it's disrespectful. But that may not be the case. The second thing that comes to mind is maybe he's shaken up. Maybe they don't want him, his team, his lawyers don't want him to say anything to say anything wrong. Maybe it's because he doesn't want to get caught up in the antics. He doesn't want people to view him in the way that he's always acted in press conferences and interviews. I really don't know what to think, but I'm not too sure. So I rewound it. I didn't know he actually stood up to say anything. So let me listen to this.
Thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Thanking Jesus.
Amazing team.
Cool. I believe in him and love him too.
I thank my strong legal team as well.
He's thanking his legal team.
Enough said. Time to cut off his head.
Enough said, time to cut off his head.
24, there will be bloodshed. Get your tickets now. I'll see you soon.
And I think that's the only thing that Deontay Wilder said. I didn't know he actually stood up and spoke for, that amount of seconds that he did. But and what Tyson Fury has said during this press conference makes a lot of sense. He told Malik Scott, listen, I don't expect for you to show him how to beat me when you couldn't beat me. He said, they sparred. Tyson Fury busted his eardrum, which it doesn't take a great fighter to be a great trainer. Sugar Hill wasn't a great fighter, but he's a good trainer for Tyson Fury and showing him how to be aggressive to beat Deontay Wilder, which he's done. But Tyson Fury says it doesn't matter what you've implemented, it doesn't matter what you've shown Deontay Wilder, he's going to revert back to his old self because I'm going to apply the pressure. Tyson Fury says he's going to get it done a lot faster and more devastating than the second fight. That's what I believe personally, but just like Tyson Fury says, hey, we all know he has power. We all know that he's able to knock anybody out at any given time in the fight. He said, but he's a one-trick pony. And if you take away his one asset, which is the right hand, he gets mollywopped. Makes a lot of sense. I really can't really state anything or gauge anything on Deontay Wilder because he has headsets on and he's just kind of bobbing the music. I don't know what to think of it. Now, Malik Scott said that Deontay is a very stubborn man who likes to do things his way. Now, I've made a statement time and time again about arrogance and not being able to learn because you're arrogant. Because when you're arrogant, no one can tell you anything. You already know it all. You the man. So for his trainer, his new trainer to say that speaks volumes. And Tyson Fury iterated that. He said those were your words. But then he quickly reverted to, as far as training, he's done everything that I've asked him to do. Now, me, myself, I don't understand the rubber match because a rubber match really is brought on by one fighter winning one time and the other fighter winning the second time. It was a draw. I guess we could say a draw's fair enough. Let's just say it was a draw the first time and then he got utterly destroyed the second fight. So, I mean, there was some legal things within the contract, so they have to honor that arbitration. But I just don't really know what to think about Deontay Wilder, but it's a good move having someone speak for him. It really is. Malik Scott and Tyson Fury went back and forth here and there a little bit. But I don't know if I believe anything Malik's saying. I really don't. I really don't. But all I know is this isn't the Deontay Wilder that I thought we were going to see. I thought we were going to see the loudmouth, the drama queen, and Tyson Fury even kind of toned down a little bit, but he got his jabs in, his punches in, and listen, July 24th isn't here yet, but if it gets here and these guys step in the ring, I do believe that Tyson Fury is going to do the same thing. I do. It wouldn't surprise me if Deontay Wilder got the knockout because we all know that he's capable of doing that. But with Fury, he speaks volumes. He's going to revert back to what he always does. They try to get Deontay to talk, but he just wouldn't do it. So I honestly don't know what to think about that. Just saw the press conference. Wilder looks scared. Yeah, he looks a little. Mr. Santos, he looks a little afraid to me. What's going on, Frederico? Been waiting for the real talk. I'm here now, baby. We talking about it. I think Wilder is going to win. Santos, I think Wilder is going to win. Hold on. Okay. I just saw the person. Wilder looks scared, and now Santos says, I think Wilder is going to win. Very possible. I think it may be just super focused. Could be Lee. Could be. Wilder acting really funny. Wilder has always been a weird guy to me. I've never quite understood why he does and says the things that he does. But I mean, he's always been weird to me. He's always acted weird. So to me, this is a little weird. It's different, but I really think his team opted to have someone speak for him. That's what I think. Sonny in the house, what's going on? Fury said he stops him by the 7th round. Very possible. Very possible. I think the fight will go exactly like the second fight, but a little earlier. Real talk. What's your favorite weight division? My favorite weight division, all of them. To be honest with you, the really, really small guys like the flyweights and the bantamweights, I'm not into. But anything from lightweight and up, I'm into. LX09, if that answers your question. Shooter 144, Fury is in his head already. And that's one thing that one of Fury's talents. He talks that trash and he gets in your head, he gets under your skin. The Dark Cloud, I don't think Wilder has improved that much since their last fight. Minor changes, but it probably won't be enough. I think the same thing is what I said in my last video. Dark Cloud is what I said in my last video. There's been some minor changes, but not enough to would lead me to say that he's been training significantly since he's had all this off time. Fury punked Wilder out. He did in that second fight, most definitely. Love hearing your opinion. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't see a name. All I see is a big green dot, but thank you. Fury won the stare down hands down. I hadn't seen the stare down yet. I actually paused it. Well, actually rewound it when they were announcing that it was over. So I'm going to definitely check it out. But yeah, Deontay's always been a weird guy to me. Dark Cloud says it'll be devastating if Wilder loses again in the same fashion. Good Lord, that's going to be bad for Wilder's mentally. I think mentally it's already been bad for him. It's already been bad for him. And here's why I say mentally it's been bad for Deontay Wilder. Because he hasn't faced the music yet. He hasn't accepted defeat. He's still in a mind state of delusion. I mean, he seriously thinks he's been cheated, you know, and some people think that same thing. But I mean, whatever. Fury by KO in the 8th round. Deontay Wilder is still traumatized by the last fight. I can agree with that. Who is your favorite fighter right now? My favorite fighter? I would have to say Canelo is one. And Canelo. Because I really can't name anybody. There's a lot of fighters that I like to watch, but all my favorite fighters are old school fighters. But as of right now, present day, Canelo Alvarez. If Wilder loses badly, will he be in the ring again? Listen, LX09, I didn't think he would be in the ring after the last fight. So, I mean, I can't say. Because I honestly felt deep down that we wouldn't see Deontay Wilder in the ring again. But, you know, here we go. Warren White, real talk. Wilder's a cornball. Why didn't he take off the headphones and refuse to talk? I don't know, Warren. I don't know. That's a mystery to me. It could be a number of things. I think his team actually told him you're not going to be doing no talking because you don't know how to talk. You dig yourself in a deeper hole. We're going to have somebody else speak for you. That's what I'm thinking, in my opinion. But it could be that he's scared. He's shook up. It could be he wants to show a different look, a different side of Deontay Wilder. I don't know.
That's something that I'm happy that he has.
Well, that showed a lot of
skills and everything else that he knows.
Insecurity. Could be insecurity too. Edgar, let me ask you who you had winning in their first fight and how. Thanks. Edgar, I had Tyson Fury winning that first fight by about 2 points. The only rounds that Deontay Wilder won, in my eyes, I've saw the fight 5 times. It were the fights that were the rounds that he actually got the knockdowns in. And if you put, you know, a 10-8 round, 10-8 rounds to 10 other rounds that Fury won, I mean, the numbers add up. Fury, I believe, outpointed him in that first fight. But I'm cool with the draw. Deontay Wilder did get 2 knockdowns. But in my perfect world, Fury would have won that fight. But Fury was the guy fighting to take the belt. So he would have had to do what he did in the second fight to win that first fight, or knock Deontay Wilder out, because he was the WBC champion at the time. So you know how it is.
I think a lot of people think we might be. Anthony
Joshua is my favorite boxer right now. I hope he runs right through Usyk. Usyk isn't first of all, what's up, Boxing 6007? Usyk isn't a walk in the park for anybody. I do believe Anthony will win that fight. I hope he wins that fight. And my question is, why aren't these two guys, you know, in a hurry or not in a rush to fight the unified champion? That's what I'm saying. Anthony Joshua is the man right now. What's going on? Morris House, man, where you been, bro? Are you still making videos, man? Because I hadn't seen any notifications. I mean, I'm subscribed to you, and I got the notification bell back knuckle, but I hadn't seen anything. What's good with it, though? Wilder should be up for it. If he loses, his legacy will be nothing. So he has to be 110 up for it. He does. He has to be more than 100% to beat Tyson Fury. Hopefully, the one trick pony has a couple more tricks up his sleeve because he's going to need more than that right hand because Tyson Fury sees it coming all day and he's already tasted it. That's what I've been telling people. He got dropped twice in the first fight, got up through adversity, and just shook Deontay Wilder's whole world up when he did get up. And then the second fight, he took another straight right to the dome in the first round, and he ate it. So Deontay Wilder's mental is like, yo, like, is this dude a robot or something? Because he ain't, you know what I'm saying? Classless act by Deontay. I don't agree with what he did. I mean, like I said, I think he was told to do it. But, it is what it is. You just never know with Deontay Wilder. He's just a weird guy. Really, really weird.
If I ever get the opportunity to work with him, I'm just going to make...
You don't know how to talk. Good one, real talk.
I want to make him drill those things. And that's what we do now. We repetitiously drill. Good.
Hey, real talk. God bless you, brother. It's Mike. Mike, what's good, man? What is good? Jago, what are you doing, bro? Jay, what are you doing? Come on. Don't interrupt my live stream, bro. I'm going to call you out, Jago. I'm going to hit you with the straight right, one of them Deontay's. You want to say what's up to the people? Come here, man. Come here, dude. Big boy. Cheetah, what's up? Show them what's up. Who you think gonna win, Jago? Tyson or Deontay? If Fury's gonna win, stick your tongue out. Uh-oh. He just said it. He just said it. Hey, listen, I got this boy from Sellers American Bullies, North Carolina, one of the best breeders out there. Anybody into American Bullies like myself, holler at Sellers American Bully. All right? Nico in the house. What's good, man? Fury is going to get it done easy again, man. I'm thinking the same thing. King James, Fury's got Wilder's number. You know what? Let's talk about that. I'm glad you said that. Who is that again? King James, Mayo. Certain fighters have certain fighters' number. Do you remember Roy Jones? Roy Jones was at one time he was the reason why I started boxing, y'all. If you didn't know that, Roy Jones Jr. He just could not beat Antonio Tarver. Now you would think, as talented as Jones was, he would easily run through Antonio Tarver. But Antonio Tarver had his number. He had his number. Certain fighters have certain fighters' number. Just like Riddick Bowe had Holyfield's number. And Riddick Bowe at times was a lazy fighter. Didn't train and eat right sometimes, but Riddick Bowe had Holyfield's number. It's just, I don't know what it is about boxing, man. I just don't know what it is, but it happens that way sometimes. If you were a trainer for Wilder, wouldn't you add to his arsenal to secure this W? And same for Fury. I definitely would. Here's what, if I was Deontay Wilder's trainer, good question, Edgar. If I was Deontay Wilder's, or is that Igor? Igor, my bad. I might be pronouncing it wrong. If I was Deontay Wilder's trainer, first off, I would tell him, forget everything you know. All right? Forget everything you know. We're going to fight tall. You're a tall fighter. We're going to use your range. We're going to use your distance. We're going to close your stance just a little bit more, not so wide. Everything you do, you're going to do after a jab. Hold on, I'll get back with you in a minute. Yeah, he's sniffing around, and if he pisses on my floor, man, I'm gonna give him a 3-piece. Oh, he's looking for a treat. Everything you do after a jab. I'm going to show him how to slip correctly. I'm going to show him how to roll correctly. I'm going to show him how to go in at an angle and out at an angle. I'm going to show him how to throw more than a 1-2 combination. I'm going to show him how to throw a 1-2-3. We're going to throw the hook correctly. We're going to throw some uppercuts correctly. Not crazy arm punches, because the only punch that Deontay Wilder throws that's not an arm punch is the straight right. All of his hooks, all of his uppercuts are arm punches. And that's why you don't see a lot of knockouts by Deontay Wilder from a hook or an uppercut. We're going to work on your foundation. We're going to work on you planting your feet, pivoting off your freaking hip, and lifting your heel off of the ground and pivoting with that toe with your hooks. And we're going to get a knockout other than that straight right hand. It's going to be some hooks and uppercut knockouts. That's what I would do. And I would tell him to humble yourself, bro. You gotta be humble. You gotta listen. You have to listen. In order to learn, you have to be humble. And his new trainer, Malik Scott, said that he's stubborn. You can't learn and be stubborn. It's just, you can't. You can't learn and be, well, if you're arrogant, you can't learn. That's what I'm saying. You have to step outside of yourself. You got to regroup. Obviously, what I've been doing for all this time won't work against this Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. So maybe I need to listen to someone else. It's all about humility. And Deontay Wilder does not have it. If he had humility, he would have been like, yo, the second fight, listen, I lost, man. At the end of the fight, in the ring, the post-fight interview, that's what he stated. Hey, the better man won tonight. Did he not say that? In the second fight. The better man won tonight. I make no excuses. Then he was like, well, my legs was kind of nil, but the better man won tonight. But after that night, it was excuse after excuse after excuse. I don't mean to be talking about the past, and majority of those excuses were made up by his fanboys, but there was more than one excuse made up by him too. What happened to the better man won tonight in the post-fight interview in the ring after the second fight? What happened to that guy? You dig what I'm saying? So it's just weird to me. It's weird. Wilder washed everybody's time. Oh, excuse me. Wilder wasted everybody's time. Obviously, he didn't want to answer any of his allegations. Exactly. That's what I think too. Because there was a lot of allegations, and I don't think he wanted to get into that. Because he would have dug himself a deeper hole. Listen, y'all, I'm going to have to cut this short. And I apologize. But Jago's looking at me crazy and he's sniffing. And I don't want him pissing on my floor. Jay, you gonna come on, man. I can't have you out doing a live stream, homeboy. Huh? Come here, man. Why you want to play? I'm not playing tug. Give me the tug toy. No, we ain't getting it. Hold on. Come here, bro. I'm not playing tug with you, bro. Running over there getting your tug toy. Because of this dude right here, I'm going to cut it short because I'm going to take him outside to go piss. Because I don't want him pissing in my house. But everybody who came in, thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you for kicking for real talk. And I'm going to have more on this, man, because it was just kind of weird to me, man. But listen, tell me what you guys think. Comment down below. Let your boy Real Talk know. As always, respect all, fear none, God bless. Till the next time. Me and Jago, we up and out of here, baby. Peace.